Hello and welcome back to the Fourth Location YouTube channel. We had a patch today in Marvel Snap, so Lauren and I thought we'd get together and discuss it. Lauren, what stuck out to you from the patch the most?
Well, I mean, on the front end, the official end, there's only a few things to talk about. I was actually really excited to get the change to the deck selection. Like that's a real quality of life upgrade that is going to affect me more or less daily. Makes it way easier to scroll to the end of my list because there's 3 decks at a time, and I can see what deck I'm pulling. Like it shows me the cards. Maybe it's a
I, I,
small upgrade, but huge effect.
I know I saw you message about it, and I was excited to go try it, and then it crashed 3 times in a row on me when I was
Oh
trying to
no,
use it. But it
that's
seems to
not
be
good.
it seems to be squared away now. Beginning of each season has been rough for me last 2 seasons, but then things smooth out.
It's like, what's wrong with your account?
I don't know. Maybe my device.
Oh gosh.
We also got a
Um,
change to Iceman. Now he shows the card he hits, which is a pretty big buff. And I think it's to make Ronin Dragon of the Moon deck better.
oh really? But he could
You,
just as
if you
easily
do,
hit an even card.
sure, but you know what it is. Like, it's just making
Yeah,
him better so that he makes the deck, so that he can make the
yeah.
cut in the deck instead of just Spider Ham or just nothing or whatever.
I think decks also tend to have more odd cards than even cards. They're the lower, like 135 is lower than 246, so naturally you get more of the lower curve or the odd cards.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, so
And
yeah.
also the change to Sam Wilson.
Ugh,
I hate it.
I do too.
Well, here's the thing. I think he was too strong. So I'm fine with the idea that it doesn't just put a card on board, because even before he was released, I knew that was going to be the most powerful part about him.
Mm,
So I don't necessarily hate the change in theory, but it's like the card is just so boring now. At least if they gave the shield a point of power now,
I think
then
they
I
do need to
think
do that.
maybe it makes up for it, because then like it can get into a closed off location or something. But
Yeah.
I just hate it now how it is. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's interesting.
Yep.
I don't
I
like it.
agree.
I think it's
Um,
my least favorite change they made in a really long time.
Okay, so they changed him. They changed the shield spawn to be game start instead of or to be on reveal instead of game start. At least it does spawn in a different location. Like it can't spawn on Sam's location, so there's
Yeah.
that. But like I get what they're saying, where they don't want the strongest part of the Sam card to be the free shield. Like they want you to actually play Sam and do his thing.
Yeah.
But like, I wish they would embrace the like emergence of this. Like, oh, we found a card that has a really fun trait. Let's lean into that trait. And maybe in the future we'll see a card that starts on the board, but I don't know, like if that's the part of the
Get,
card that everybody's using and enjoying, like maybe lean into it a little bit. Like I don't
yeah,
think people
getting a free
hate on
ongoing on
Sam.
board was just really powerful. Plus, it protected from a lot of tech. People were using it in a lot of different ways. I think it was especially
Yeah.
popular at like higher levels. Like lower levels probably weren't using it quite the same way, but
Right,
it
but
was a
they
good
don't
card.
usually balance around the top end. Like I don't know.
No, I don't
I'm
think they did.
surprised.
I think it has been a persistent problem since its release in their day.
Yeah. I'm bummed by it, but I admit I'm mostly using Sam for the extra body. Like it's a Mockingbird target for me. It's a Valkyrie target for me. It's like if Sam
Absolutely.
comes out, that's great. I also really like moving the shield around, but I don't
Well, yeah.
know if he stays in my deck.
If I could put a second card in my deck that says you don't draw Sam, I would have done it. Like I just wanted the shield most of the time.
Mm.
So I guess
Well,
that shows that it's not a good design. They needed to change it or something. We
before
also
we
got a
go
bunch
on,
of. Oh
I was
yeah,
gonna say
sorry. Go
before we
ahead.
go on to Datamines, I wanted to tease our January exclusive video for people at the Champion Plus tier, just to say I'm going to bring my favorite deck, talk to you about it, and ask you to help me fix it because I don't really think Merlin fits, and now with Sam getting hit, I don't know if he fits anymore either.
Mm.
So we're
We
gonna
may have
talk,
to replace Sam.
and we're gonna talk deck building with my pet deck. But okay, we can go on to Datamines now.
Which card is the most interesting to you? Not to go in order. Which one are you burning to talk about? I think I
Um.
probably know which one.
Oh gosh. Maybe
It's
I need
it's
to
not
review them real quick. Which
it's not
one?
Rama Tut.
Oh, Ramata is definitely the most interesting. I don't know if he's the one I'm going to use the most, but he's a very Cersei-ish card.
the most one to talk about, though.
Yeah, let's read them off.
Yeah. So, do you have the text there? I've got the kind of jarbled
I
text.
have it, but I'm also
We're
trying to
consulting.
open a can for my wife who's making dinner.
We're consulting Snap Fan for these data
Okay,
mines.
I have it
Thanks to
ready.
Snap.
Rama 4-5. I think this is a Kang variant, right?
Yeah, he is King.
Okay. Use 3 on-revealed cards. Use 3 on-reveals from cards released before Ramatut's time.
Yeah.
And then there's a big old list. We're not going to read through it, but there's a big old list that's actually like, I asked Sanctanglia, the data miner at SnapFan, like, is this just a constructed list of who we think works with Ramatut? And he's like, no, it's a hard-coded list. And it's a weird list.
Yeah, it's like missing some. It's like not including some. My theory is maybe it's like incomplete. It hasn't been fully put in the game files. You had some speculation that it might be prior versions of cards, like before their nerfs. But I think that's too much to put on like a casual audience. So I think it's just. Also, Sank kind of told me he thinks it's just current versions of cards.
Well, and with the current text, that's how I would read it. There was other text that showed up briefly in the data mines that was like, it was different. And it said something
Years
like, from
past.
years past. I'm like, oh, so this is going to let us use like old Goliath and old Loki. But it doesn't seem to be that.
Yeah, I think they were just going for like an epic sounding text line. And they probably internally figured out that didn't make sense. So now it says before his time, which I think implies it'll be all on reveals that were released before him. And then anything we get in the future, he won't be able to do.
Possibly tuned a little bit because, like, I think Thor and Beta Ray Bill are both missing from that list, and they're like,
yeah,
those are useless on reveals. They're actually bad on reveals for Ramatut to use because the hammers won't help him at all.
Yeah, so it would be
Falcon's
good
on
if the list was
now,
curated a little.
So, like, if it's curated, I can see. I mean, it's still gonna have MODOK on there, right? Like, if you're hitting 3 random abilities, even out of 30, like that seems like a decent chance you're hitting MODOK. And ooh.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way this is a serious card. It's also so far out, like who knows if it's going to change or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll play it.
Very, very interested in this one.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you? Or is that, I'm assuming, the same for the most interesting?
I mean, that was the one I wanted to talk about the most. The character I'm most excited for is Isca the Unbeaten. Because I've always thought she would make a really good snap card. I wanted it to be like she switches sides to the winning side, but what she actually does is she has end of turn. If you're losing this location, double this card's power, and she's a 3/2. So if you're like within two, she'll win, and then if she's already doubled once, if you're within 4, she'll win. So I think she's going to create a nice dynamic in the game where it's like if you can get close on a location, Isca can steal it for you.
Yeah.
But it's also going to be, I
really
think, kind of skill intensive. Like, you don't want her to double too soon.
Don't you just want her to double as much as possible? Like,
I guess because it's end of turn. Yeah, she'll do it at the end of the game. I don't know. You can use her with Invisible Woman first steps. I don't know. I mean, I haven't thought deeply about her. Maybe she's too strong.
I can see what you're saying where you're like, you want to have some caution, though, so you can get that second double or that third double. So maybe she sits by herself, or you put her in a lane that your opponent is stacking, so that you can get a few procs before the end of the game. I
mean, it could be. I mean, if it wasn't
guaranteed win.
Well, yeah, she can't lose.
If you have Invisible Woman first steps, like, she's going to keep doubling until she wins.
Well, that's why she's an intriguing design challenge to me, because her ability in the comics is she cannot lose. So she's introduced as she can't lose, so people think, oh, she must be this great warrior. But it turns out maybe she'll just switch sides to whoever's winning. She'll be on the winning side. You don't necessarily know how that's going to happen.
Right. Well, it's right there in her name, right?
Yeah, unbeaten.
We should talk about Objective, which is something that many of the new cards have. What is it, like 4 or 5 of them, including the season pass card?
Yeah,
it seems to be
keyword.
An ability that, new keyword, Objective, where if you meet the criteria at the end of turn, the trigger will happen, but only once. It's not like a repeating end of turn, or at least that's how I'm interpreting it, right? Like, it's a one-off end of turn ability, has a big effect, but also a big request. Like, for example, Juggernaut, not the season pass card, but like his objective is easier. So Juggernaut is a 2/2 objective, have 7 different powers among your other cards in play, +6 power. So
Yeah, so he's a
that's
2/9.
the reward. Goes to 2/8.
Oh,
If
2/8.
you have 7 different powers, like I don't know if that's good
7
enough,
different
but
powers seems like a lot, right?
yeah, it
That seems
does.
hard. The other ones we've seen seem a little easier, but yeah. So objective is like if you fulfill the task, then you get the reward. Which we already kind of have some cards like that maybe will get their wording changed.
You thinking like Human Torch or Thing for Steps?
No, I think so. I think there were some other. There's some other like quest cards.
Oh, like
If you do this thing,
Dormammu or something.
something like yeah.
Except he's all skill based, so yeah, I don't think that skills
No.
have to be on reveal. But you're right. I could see some cards getting reworked this way, just like there were some cards that got reworked to activate.
Yeah.
It's,
Well, so we also have
useful
Gambit,
keyword.
which is objective, play 6 total cost of created cards, and then randomly destroy up to 4 total cost of enemy cards, which I'm sure people are going to love getting their cards destroyed by another Gambit. These are
somewhat targeted, right?
These are Juggernaut Horsemen of War and Gambit Horsemen of Death, 2 of Apocalypse's horsemen, because the season is Apocalypse themed.
Yeah. Are these modern horsemen when he comes back? Because doesn't he goes way back to like ancient Egypt, right? But like
yeah,
Gambit
he's had a variety of horsemen. He had some in the 80s.
Okay.
These ones are like a little later. We also strangely in the Datamines have names of a bunch of new cards like Archangel Horseman of Death, Storm Horseman of Famine, Wolverine Horseman of War, Polaris Horseman of Pestilence. Do you think that means we're getting 2 Apocalypse seasons back to back? What is the deal?
That's what the dates are showing in the Datamines right now. Is 4 horsemen in March and then 4 more in April. That seems weird.
They might be taking
me.
2 months to celebrate the new X-Men 97 season, because there's also like Ascani's son in that season, which I know is like going to be in X-Men 97. So that's a little weird.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think Apocalypse season is happening to align with X-Men 97.
Yeah, it might be Apocalypse season and then followed by like Ascani's son season or something. Or travel.
The closest they've come to that before is they did a Spider-Verse and a Symbiote season back to back.
Yeah. Yeah, and I remember that confusing us in the Datamines as well. We're like, is this 2 seasons? Is there really a season of just all hard to distinguish from each other symbiote cards? I still don't get Agony and Misery and Scorn right on the first try usually.
Oh, I think Snap has taught them to me. Before Snap, no chance. Let's talk real quick about Sandstorm and Ozymandius introducing a rock archetype. Mm-hmm. You have Sandstorm, a skill that adds 2 rocks to your hand, gives them +1 power for each of your front row characters. So if you play this late, this could be making you some pretty strong rocks.
Honestly, these seem pretty strong to me. Like Ozymandius with Debris. I think especially like if you're a lower series player, you can just pick this up and combine it with cards in your collection and have a pretty decent deck with Debris, these 2, some other pieces like that. It just seems quite strong.
And Ozymandius being a 5/10 ongoing. Yeah, right. It's a Patriot deck plus. A flavor of Patriot that like you don't really see anymore, right? Every now and then you did used to see Debris Patriot, but I can't even tell you the last time I saw that.
Yeah.
Ozymandius has ongoing, the rocks have +3 power. Yeah. Could be a lot if you have a lot of rocks out.
When he's a 5/10.
Right.
I definitely remember Ozymandius from the 90s comics. I learned Ozymandius from the X-Men comics before I knew about the Shelley poem about Ozymandius.
He looks like he's made out of rock, but I don't actually know about mutant Ozymandius.
Well, there's a famous poem that is like a man comes up to a broken down statue and it says, "Gaze on my works, ye mighty, and despair," like he was the greatest king in history, but all that's left is 2 trunks of statue. But then the X-Men just made him into an Apocalypse supporting character or whatever.
Oh, okay.
It's like a poem about the fleeting nature of power and things like that. Relevant as ever.
Yeah. All
But we
right.
should read
Well,
the actual apocalypse cards we have here. There's
sure.
and Sabah, which I guess is like Apocalypse before he became Apocalypse. And he's an objective. It's have a full front row at each location, and then you transform into Apocalypse Celestials Chosen. This reminds me of like a Magic the Gathering, like double-sided card. It's so much like that. And then the on reveal on the other side is swap the lowest power card in your front row at any location with a card from your deck. So he does like a lockjaw kind of selection on your lowest power card.
At any location. That's interesting. Yeah.
Well, so the
I didn't.
objective is kind of hard. You have to fill all the front rows, which is not that easy. So I guess you play it with just a bunch of like low cost cards. You could play it with Thanos. You could play it with some kind of like disruptive stuff like Iceman or whatever, and then you swap one at the end for like an Infinite or whatever. That's
Yeah.
the dream.
And there's ways you can mitigate that. Like you can have,
Or Fin
movers or I don't know, destroy cards. Like there's ways that you can deal with having a full front row early.
Debris.
Yeah. Oh, she helps you get to.
I mean, maybe these all go in a deck together because we also have Selene, Horseman of Famine, which is objective, have 3 cards with no abilities in play. And then the result is, if you fulfill that objective, is steal 5 power from an enemy card here. So maybe you play Debris, Ozymandius, and Sabah all together or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I could see her being in the rocks deck for sure.
She seems kind of weak to me. But I don't know. Maybe these stats aren't final.
If you actually get the affliction off, she's like 413. That's in the range of an Ares.
Yeah. I mean, what's your thought on objective? Most of them kind of seem like they're supposed to just be things your deck wants to do anyway.
Right.
And then you just get
But you can time it, so it's kind of like sort of like activate in that way, but you have a different trigger. So like if you want to delay the ability, you can.
Yeah.
But yeah, once you get it, like some of these cards are just going to be sitting there being like polymorph targets. I mean, not Selene, you don't want to get rid of her extra 5 power, but some of them, like, they did the thing. Like, I don't need them on the board anymore. That'll be interesting. Yeah. Gambit, I think, is a good example of that, right? He destroys 4 cards. After that, you're perfectly fine polymorphing or Cerseiing him.
I think one of the best objectives is Caliban, Horseman of Pestilence, which is objective, have 3 cards in play that are 4 cost or higher. And then if you do, it will afflict the highest cost enemy card with -7. Like you want to have a 4, a 5, and a 6. It just seems like
really
you could just naturally build it. This is also a weird card because it's Caliban, Horseman of Pestilence, just like we had Juggernaut, Horseman of War, Gambit, Horseman of Death, Selene, Horseman of Famine. But we don't have regular Caliban in the game.
Yeah.
Like we don't have a base Caliban card, so we're only getting his special version. Are we going to get a Caliban card later in like a Morlock season? Well, Archangel, I guess, is a little complicated because we have War and Worthing.
Angel, yeah. Fair. I think we have Archangel variants too.
Yeah, we definitely do.
That character is.
Well, Kang has Rama Tut variants,
right? Yeah, that's never stopped them before.
Yeah. In fact, isn't there like a Gambit Horseman variant or something? I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering that.
There's a Dawkin Horseman variant.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I guess maybe we'll get a Dawkin card also. I don't know. It's strange. What do you think this season looks
on these is great.
Strong? I mean, they're a little bit puzzling cards. I think they're the kind of cards you have to think about a little more.
I don't think it looks very strong, but I think that there's there's a lot of deck building challenges here, and like it's an interesting season. And they managed to make cards that are pretty flexible. So like you were talking about playing them, a bunch of them together for your rocks deck or whatever. But like also I think you can make like most of these can fit into decks with an existing card set.
Yeah.
So it seems like
I'm wondering if they're trying to, because they've been really focusing on new player experience. I'm wondering if they're trying to make cards that slot into new players' collections well, like they did with High Evolutionary. I mean, it would be smart of them to do that.
Yeah, I would love to see more of that, like making cards that are flexible and can go into multiple archetypes or like multiple strength levels of the same archetype. That's ideal, if you ask me.
Yeah. Yeah. Any
And what
other
do you think of
thoughts
the
on
season
the?
overall?
I mean, I like the theme. I think it's an interesting theme. It makes me excited for the X-Men cartoon. I think Marvel Snap has kind of become marketing in a large way for Marvel. We got the seasonal video had marketing for their role-playing game. We had marketing for the Cosmic Invasion. So I think Marvel Snap has value to Disney outside of just its own revenue, which has also been a
Yeah,
hot topic this week.
for sure.
So yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm not sure if we're gonna get all of these cards. We've been getting like more cards designed in the Datamines than we actually end up getting.
Yeah, like this January, there were 3 dragon cards that we had in the data mines that are not coming out this season. So I'll be interested to see what that means for the rest of the year. Like, are they? Is this a permanent reduction? Is it an experiment?
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Okay.
All right, that's it. Check out the website fourthlocation.com. We have a lot of articles for the new season up there. Lauren's got an article coming out sometime in the next couple days. You want to tease it?
Yeah, it's kind of a goofy one, but it's like it's been on my list of things to analyze forever, and I finally wanted to answer the question for real. So it's: should you farm season XP? Is it worth it? Find
Find
out.
out. All right, check out the website. Bye.